Good afternoon, good evening, good night, good morning, worldwide. When you get there, the man when afraid. Now next breaking news again. People, now go play a patrol role. The police guy they want to hear. Patrol know about your brother from long time. You know that police talk about him. So him in charge, patrol role, in charge of the body with the drugs now. So them just lift up 3 youth again, just now, with 2 Jamaican, 1 Colombian, with 1,000 key. Remember 2.2 ounces is a make a key. So 1,000 key is really 1 ton plus coke. Right? Yes, over 2,000 pounds of coke that. Around 2,200, right? Somewhere around there, so yes. So over 1 ton of coke. And he might put out, you remember me tell you, the man them around the coke. Cause big boy coke no make no doubt about this, you know. Them gonna use the little fisherman them from over there, so over here, so to deliver them coke. Because them have a ton of money. And remember me telling you, you know, America, they make this bus, you know. Canada and Europe, you know. Because everybody listen to it. So them bus is a NACRO state. But when you listen to the words of Patrick, it's like him I repeat, I cut me thing them and paste them. Right? Because as me telling you before, yeah, 5 million US, man. 25 million US. But him now 700 million Jamaican. Bullshit. That is 25 million US. Can you put it like 25,000 for your key? You're talking 25 million, yeah, US that. Yeah? Yes. So he might put it at like, you talk about around $4 billion. He must say like 700 million to 1 ton of coke. Street value. That is bull crap. Yeah? That's bull crap. Okay? Yes. Can you put it at like 25,000? Because when you ask people much them sell them things for around 25,000, some people say never than that. But we just keep it as some say 20 penny something. So you just keep it, round it off 25. So that's 25 million US. See? That boss. That for sure says a NACRO state. Yeah. 25 is that where it says a wholesale price that. All right. See, somebody says a wholesale price that. All right. So and then a retail price that that's a wholesale price. They want to put that 700 million Jamaican for 1 ton of coke. Where am I going with that? Yeah, so it's a wholesale price that. Okay. All right. So somebody says a wholesale price. But now I'm going to try to show you say Jamaica is a NACRO state and a NACRO government. Because members of the government involved in this, you know. And member PSOJ boy, and nobody now does. Jamaican couldn't go there and pick up Colombian coke. Them I use the fisherman there. Them I use that kind of, and the first them use the fisherman there. Yeah. Where is it 25? I'm from 1990. Yeah, man, I tell me say that a kid that are from around 1990. So them there than that. Yeah. And like how them I get shoot out of water, maybe have more money than that, right? Yes. Right? So you can hear him, I play him now. I'm going to listen to him keenly. I'm going to remind him because he's talk about the biggest boss and them thing in Jamaica and butter. He might talk foolishness again. Everything documented right in front of me, just line up all the video them for sure. Jamaica is a NACRO state. Jamaica big boys them running this. But more you hear some of the word them when copy and paste from me, I tell you, say, well, are Europe, the market, them I say no fight go Europe now. We know. Remember the eagle fly and tell them the people them these things. We know. And then he must say help from partner. Because America them know so this are coming, that's why they boss it. America them a look and a watch. Because what them doing instead of them knock it out of the water, them watch it. Yeah? And them now run go boss it to America, tell them because them no want it go deliver to the real owner. No, a little fisherman like that. And of him coke, him can't go get free coke over there. None of them fisher Jamaican man can't go get free coke over there. So much as you get over a ton of coke. Yeah? Them might not talk. They might not talk for cocaine. Because them get in a trouble. And them swear allegiance. Them don't want to get in a trouble. So they might not talk for cocaine. None at all. You understand? Yeah. He doesn't feel safe. Okay. See, the might not talk over cocaine. But hear this. Hear this. These are the boss for them just go on with. And make comparing price when I talk. I'm talk bullshit with the price. Hear this.
Led to the recovery of over 1,000 kilograms of cocaine, valuing upwards of 700 million Jamaican dollars. 3 persons are in custody. We can confirm that 2 of them are Jamaicans, 1 Colombian. We are doing our investigation, doing further investigation into their activities. They were arrested.
But me rewind him back because I don't see him like him to 700 million Jamaican dollars. You might hear that? You might hear that? Oh, 1 ton of cocaine. 1 ton of cocaine. 1 ton. I sell for 700 million Jamaican dollars. $10 million. $10 million. Yeah? A 1.6 billion Jamaican. 1 ton of cocaine. He might tell me about 700 million Jamaican dollars. Not even 1.6. If you bust that in a half, I like $5 million worth of cocaine this. 1 ton of cocaine for 5 million US. Less than 5, $4.8 million. When I get film, I patch a road this, you don't expect no better from him. When I talk is bullshit. So when you ask people, oh, the cocaine this, and like what one man just said, it's a wholesale trade. It's a narco state. That means enough money them a push out down in Colombia to get the goods moving. Get the people have them money. But this is something I'm talking, when I talk. And I'm after the same I work with US, them I work with US and things. Remember, I know? See, it name firearm and narcotics. Right? Alright. So this now, before him run this now, you'd have CTAC. The all of them, most of them up there are thieves. Them are druggists. Them thief out the cocaine. Them have to disperse them all over the place. Only can't see that. We have to wonder how much of them are thieves same way. US. Don't trust them with the cocaine where you see them a bus. So just over last week, just a couple of days ago, you get what? 3 ton. You get around 3 ton. Yeah, them the bus some you know, last week, you know. Them have 3.5 ton, no matter about 4 ton or more than 4 ton, because this is the next ton. Yeah? Yeah, this.
Led to the recovery of over 1,000 kilograms of cocaine, valuing upwards of 700 million Jamaican dollars.
Man, or if you have over 1,000 kilograms, 2.2 ounces, 1 kilo. This is over 1 ton of coke. You say over 1,000 kilograms of coke. I know you are telling me about 700 million. Man, where you go with them for the man? Continue.
3 persons are in custody. We can confirm that 2 of them are Jamaicans, 1 Colombian. We are doing our investigation, doing further investigation into their activities. They were arrested off the shores of Jamaica, in Jamaican waters. We believe that this is a broader activity into the trafficking network, trafficking of cocaine. Since the start of the year, we have seen an unprecedented amount of cocaine being seized in Jamaica. So far, over 4,000 kilograms of cocaine, valued at over 2.5 billion Jamaican.
So, how much kilogram himself value to? Yeah, idiot. They can't have so much cocaine at they say value 2.5 billion. Brother, never play something. And how much cocaine, I never play something on the news and tell you how much it value. He might tell us how much cocaine value over 2.5 billion. You know why, Mado? He might try suppress the money down. And he not understand so they might sell by the key and how much money they might sell for. Yeah? Some can't tell us how value that. You can't tell us how value that. They say them are going to pay the man them fee to Colombia and then give them a tip, you know?
So far, over 4,000 kilograms of cocaine, valued at over 2.5 billion.
People, 4,000 kilograms of cocaine, you know. Over 8,000 pounds of cocaine, that, you know, people. A matter of fact, it's not though, because we did have over 3.5, and this and next one, and we have not over 4,000. And nearly 5,000 kilograms of cocaine MCs now, you know. In a space of short time, you know. nearly 5,000 kilograms, nearly 10,000 pounds of cocaine them seize. You're not over 4. You notice when I say over 4? We did have over 3,500 kilograms. That's over 7,000 pounds. See? That's over 3 ton, 3.5 ton, already. And this is the next over 1,000. So more than 450, him say over 400. Remember, me I play the news, I want to hear it. So you see, say, when them come give false news like this, them want must a thief take out the 500 or the 800 or something out of it. Because you not talk to people straight. Remember, we have followed the news. Remember, we have it and we're going to play it. See? So, over 1,000, you not tell me exact, I don't know weight. You could tell me, say, 1,400 kilograms. So we know, yeah, 1,005. So we know if it's a 1.5 ton of cocaine, then, but I can remember 1,000 kilograms, I like 1 ton, and you still have an next 200 pounds left. That's all. See? And it's over that, he might talk about. See? And if you put a 25,000 to a ton, to one key, over 25 million that US. 25 million US, 160 to 1. 20 million US at 3.2 billion. And the 5, that'll be at 8. So it'll be $4 billion this for them sees. And more than that, he must have 700 million. That don't make no sense. So I'm devalue. I mean, I know who am devalue it for, Like him thinks the US I eat that, About 700 million Jamaican. You eat that? It's a cocaine. Cocaine carry values. That's why them do it. Them have money for wash the place. I remember up on Narbrook, Cherry Garden and them places, them full. They are here enough cocaine there, Jamaica. That it at the hub. And the underwater the most cocaine ever run. The year just start, you kill out the people them pitney. But cocaine like dirt. You see everyone them boss, 20 go through. 20 gone through. And they like you boss something, you boss the next one. That's for sure the amount. And them attack it from different angle. For the man, them have food, them can't resist. Yeah? So if you offer one of them boat man, you offer them all 2 million Jamaican, you might want it. Or 1 million or something, because them not used to money, like that. So they might want it. Yeah? Because I'm just I think you might use in boat and they make a little piece of food. But enough for them drugs. No? If you have them kind of money you have to spend by cocaine, you're not still going to go fast boat and go risk your life at sea and all kind of things. That will not happen. Okay? Maybe just tell them straight. See? Wisdom and knowledge. If you have the money, you're not going to be sitting in a boat. When you know, say, it can't turn over with you, waste your life, and then travel with all your own money to one, and then sit back in a boat to come in with cocaine. So the boss, them cocaine, it come from the big boys within the PSOJ and within the government. Because them are druggists too. And some of the big same police them. Them 3 entities there, feed them cocaine this. Ali come on us in little ganja. It's a different thing. And by the way, me I play phone when crap say, the people them want some of the cocaine, him expunge them thing. I remember, when you get charged, when you get catch a foreign and you get charged, him can't expunge you. But at that thing they say, he want to let you go because you try a thing. The crab, the Minister of Injustice, yeah? The Minister of slaughtering the people then. Yeah? Can national security that? This is not national security. Tell them, say, him expunge them thing. Because Marky G never do that. See, yeah? And them can't do it. You get catch solar things and them things that and you get anything at all. You can't expunge the record from in the state. No make no sense. Hear this.
Jamaican dollars. Over the last 10 years, the highest seizure that we have had is 2,200 and about 24 kilograms of cocaine. And that was in 2024 when there was a record amount of seizure in that year.
James said, the highest seizure, them have make an amount of 2,200. Don't write down that. Because I'm going to play something for him, yeah, so. I'm going to play here how much cocaine this? 1 ton, right? I'm going to play something. When my talk is bullshit, can I have it right in front of me, yeah, so. 2,200? Let me hear the highest seizure when I'm saying what we have.
The highest seizure that we have had is 2,200 and about 24 kilograms of cocaine, and that was in
2,224 kilograms of cocaine? Bullshit. Write down that thing, write it. When I want to write it, just for me now. Come and play something and just remember the police are give some round figures. And that's the highest seizure we have. 2,000. Well, before I finish playing, let me play this first.
Police have confirmed that 5 men have been charged in relation to the country's largest ever cocaine bust.
The drug, valued at over 12 billion Jamaican dollars, was seized at a property in Havendale, St. Andrew just over a week ago.
The head of the JCF's crime portfolio, Deputy Commissioner of Police Fitz Bailey, detailed those charges.
The persons arrested are all from Kingston addresses. Those arrested are 57-year-old Clive Roy Davis, 58-year-old Colin Ricketts, 51-year-old George Sterling, 42-year-old Clayton Peart, and 72-year-old Juna Aldane.
He explained that the Firearms and Narcotics Division, along with the local, regional and international partners, are pursuing other leads.
Since the start of 2024, the division's interdiction efforts have resulted in the seizure of 86 illegal firearms, 1,154 rounds of ammunition, 20,074 kilograms of ganja, approximately 67 kilograms of cocaine, with an estimated street value of just over $2 million US. This figure does not include the most recent cocaine bust.
The most recent cocaine bust. So them cocaine with them bust is 12 billion. And how much ton? Couple ton, well, you know. So you matter about 2, that is bullshit. 12 billion. Yeah? This is not like 25, this is around 80 million US worth of cocaine. Them bust. 80 million. 80 million. Yeah? That was tonnage. 2024. We matter about the biggest seizure and about under 2,000. 2,000 what? That is bullshit. Yeah? Make us see the next one before we even play. Make us see this.
Report in St. Mary has led to the seizure of more than $25 million worth of cocaine yesterday.
Yeah,
the police partnered with several crime-fighting units from the U.S. and Canada, but no arrests have been made in relation to the massive drug bust.
So the year how it bust, U.S. and Canada involved, and it bust, and it continue under the man. I know Andrew no condemn them, you know. I'm going to get to you then. Me just get something say police killed 2 more youth yesterday. Saying that around 39 and 40 dead. And the month not done yet. Tomorrow before it done. Yeah? Yes. You understand? See? So this, the man they come and say people get charged. And I know nobody not get charged. The little man them go call out little man name. And the man them in a jail and the man them cannot talk. And them, you know it already. See? The man them up at Avondale. Them kill a white man for that, you know. The man them up at Avondale, one of them did get deep. And now have no place to go and them leave him around there, so. The guard, now them people, and them call out the man them name. That's why Jamaica, I tell Uncle Sam, I tell our country. We have to tell it to Canada, we have to tell it to UK and Europe. Don't follow the police, them at Jamaica, most of them are criminal. Yes. Yeah, the big boys, them. And the good police, them fight them. You know the force. Yes. So you have a net of them, a syndicate of them up there, so them are politicians and them are judges too. Yes. Them are part of this thing. They are part of it. Yeah. You understand? It bad. It can't be a small man business, this. Yeah? Small man that rise long time. Say, Dre, hear this, or 25 minutes, hear this.
Javine McLean reports.
On Friday, shortly after the police launched a major operational initiative dubbed Operation Relentless 2 targeting criminals, there was a major drug bust at the Ian Fleming Airport in St. Mary. The find was the result of a joint operation between CTOC Narcotics Division in partnership with U.S. Homeland Security, DEA, and Canadian law enforcement officials.
So yeah, boss, CTOC have it and yesterday them turn on and thief it back. Thief it out and put it in flour. Eh? Can you imagine, man, them a go bust something, you know? And then make it stay up there, and then them turn and thief them out. Key by key. It reaches destination. Yes.
Head of Crime and Security in the JCF DCP Fitzbailey says the cocaine was headed for Canada.
On Friday, the 23rd of September 2022, a joint operation was conducted at the Ian Fleming International Airport between the hours of 2 p.m. and 8 p.m. by police officers drawn from the Counterterrorism and Organized Crime Investigation Branch, the Narcotics Division, and law enforcement agents from the United States of America. The objective of this operation was to intercept and seize cocaine destined for Canada.
He notes the value is over $25 million. To date, no one has been arrested.
During the operation, a total of 500.2 kilos of cocaine, or 1,100.5 pounds, was.
So 502 kilo of cocaine. That's a 1,000 pound. Value over 25 million. But over 1,000 kilo, that one you said value, it value on 700 million Jamaican. It value 25 million US, you know. US. See that? Over 4 million.
And taken to a police facility for processing. The value of the cocaine is estimated to be over $25 million. No one was arrested. However, investigation continues in the matter.
So how much? So 502 kilogram, value over 25 million. Now the one I know come now, he have over 1,000, it double. He might tell the people say it value 700 million. He might have cut down the value. And the thing will value more than 4. It value more than this 10. That means it double. So when we think it value 25 million, it value around 50 million. When does fine. Can Fitz tell you 500 kilo. Yeah, 502 kilo. Value over 25 million US. 25 million US. Now him just get 1,000. Yeah, over 1,000 kilo. He might tell me say it value around 4 million US, 4.8 million US. And that might tell me 4.8 million US it value. You know, it's the same sick. So I'm try to play it down for the big boys them, to cut it down like the poor people them not can't find the money then either, sir. See? So I could hear him again. And by the way, before I play him, let me play I want to play that guy here. I want to play this guy. Let me hear what I want to say about the drugs. Hear this. I want to hear what I want to say about the drugs. Let me hear this.
Act, which does not allow some convictions to be expunged. Dr. Chang says a new JLP administration will modify changes made by a previous People's National Party government. He told the audience at the rally that a number of Jamaicans continue to be punished because of a 2014 amendment to the Criminal Records Act led by former Justice Minister Mark Golding.
And I want you to listen because I've met at least a dozen Montagonians who suffer from this. All of you know the little time when in Montego Bay and things are run, a man sold a little thing around, go Miami or New York and get a little money. You right? It was almost like a fad. Students leaving school, they take 2 condoms a hash oil, right? And them take a run, they get caught. It is called trafficking. It wasn't right. They abuse the interests and the inquisitiveness of young people. But it happened. But in 2014, that man put that those trafficking is under Schedule 3 of the law. That minister put Schedule 3 in a sector that you can never get expungement. And there are a lot of people in Montego Bay. They have a life sentence.
National.
So you know, say you're national security minister. You sell the cocaine. You get a visa for the people in the country. And you sell the cocaine. Can't kill people, you know. Remember people like you take. So you ramp with your own organs them. Make some boy pay you for sell the cocaine. And put yourself because of desperation. Yeah, you know, business all desperate, you make him go swallow more drugs. Yeah? And this is what you do. You swallow the cocaine and go in the state and get catch. He might tell you, I'm going to expunge. Or I'm going to expunge something where US dip you for. Charge and dip you for. Or Jamaica expunge that. That was a lie to the people. That Trish say I'm a criminal. You see it, in vehicle cocaine. He may kill it for ganja. He kill it tell lie. Tell them to go kill off, get to you. But he might tell you, I'm going to expunge and say, Mark Golin. Say you must get expunged through this. Better from them catch you up there, you can't get expunged and I go up the back. And even, you know, no man not supposed to tell him go swallow. Tell him go swallow, make him woman swallow it, or him mama, and him go swallow it himself. Once the organs you have, you know, when it done, you know. You hear this? So him blame Mark Golin, so Mark Golin say, you get punishment for life. For him say, no, you shouldn't swallow it. This is how him carry upon this. So that's what sure say, man, you're in a drugs business. Yeah, you won't even come and say something like this, but no, political stage, we can't trust you. That's why I'm having a look on the WikiLeaks with this guy.
Meeting in St. James on Sunday. Certain offences under the Dangerous Drugs Act fall under the third schedule of the Criminal Records Rehabilitation of Offenders Act, which does not allow some convictions to be expunged. Dr. Chang says a new JLP administration will modify changes made by a previous People's National Party government. He told the audience at the rally that a number of Jamaicans continue to be punished because of a 2014 amendment to the Criminal Records Act led by former Justice Minister Mark Golding.
And I want you to listen because I have met at least a dozen Montegonians who suffer from this. All of you know that.
So why a dozen of them met you who suffer from them get deeper, them go sell a cocaine, and they met you. And they're not afraid to talk to you as a justice minister. And you say them forget expunge for sell a cocaine kind of people country. I see why the place is a NACRO state. You see who never deal with though. You see when promote. If you can sell a drugs to them, you're alright to turn a mule for them, kill yourself or not, they make money. And him, if them turn to the next administration and expunge this, because they're going to expunge it. Because you know the expungement we get from US. I remember if them ask you something in US and you swallow this, and when you get expunged, you have to go declare this. If that's it for you. See? But he might tell them it's wicked for them. And I'm not going put it that them can't get expunged. You must swallow cocaine. And when US them catch you up there, yeah? With this thing, what you gonna do? You get visa?
Like a time when in Montego Bay and things are run, a man sold a little thing around, go Miami or New York and get a little money. You right? It was
a man sold a little thing around, go Miami or New York and get a little money. You hear this? Them for send film. This are aid and betting drugs traffickers, cocaine traffickers. You can't believe that somebody, you would have the past and tell people these kind of little things. Say just swallow and go get a little money. Eh? Yeah. With your, yeah. No, but when they, you know, no, I'm just give some another retail value that night. Them get less money because they never say US. Him say, him not a 25 million US, you know. Him say 700 million Jamaican, which are just 4. Or you send a ton of cocaine for $4 million. No care you hear that. Because when you hear them cut it and sell it like that, what them do with it, they make more money. But when you hear about out a key and then it risky, people get blown out of the water. Him can't come give you the wrong figures. Yeah? So you hear this? This then says a justice minister. Criminal. Yeah, there.
Almost like a fad. Students leaving school, they take 2 condoms a hash oil, right?
Students leaving school, you take 2 condoms. Yeah. I'm comfortable with it for you. The man say, student a leave school and you just want to go do a little thing. Me can't, it should come out of my mouth. But this is who you are. Eh? You should have condemned this. You want to condemn my goal and I say, no, deter you, you know. Don't swallow it because remember it can expunge. Over US now expunge you. Jamaica must expunge if them catch you yourself, you swallow it. But when you go over there, you say you run go Miami and then the thing there. And you get the time. And then Mark Gold and put it that you don't get expunged. A garbage. It's a garbage. No more than a criminal, not just that. You get the Chinese crab dangerous. Him dangerous. He might encourage them to swallow and carry drugs to people country. Because he may expunge you, and them can't expunge you when you get catch over there. Impossible. And at this year talk about a minister. Them is a criminal drugist government. You shouldn't even get this out of him out. Him say that man, you know, make it like I blame Mark Golding, so Mark Golding put it in a class. No, in a US laws, in a Canada laws, no Canada laws. And this them call, hey, that guy have to go on, you know. That crowd have to go on, a Chinese crowd have to go away. Hear this.
And them take a run, they get caught. It is called trafficking. It wasn't.
You take a run and you get caught. It called trafficking. And you saw that condom. Him know all the old ones. That's how we see him in a WikiLeaks. Trafficking. Yeah.
Right. They abuse the interests and the inquisitiveness of young people. But it happened. But in 2014, that man put those traffickings under Schedule 3 of the law. That minister put Schedule 3 in a sector that you can never get exposement. And there are a lot of people in Montego Bay. They have a life sentence.
Him say a lot of them in a Montego Bay where him there. That means them use the young people, them traffic the drugs. We see how the drugs them move now, crab. We now have a lot of trafficker down there, mule. And you use condom. Okay, crab. US, you know, so this is an admittance to what them do down in a Mobile. And we have him on WikiLeaks. Why we not come for him? Him can't even get a visa. Him tell you exact how it run. And when you go Miami, that means them send people to Miami and New York. And that's him saying, you know, you run go this and you run go this. Can you look at the money? Yes. You hear this? Eh? In a people country and them drugs there, it kill people. It kill a lot of people. But crab can't get in the details. Eh? And say when them come in, they're expunge you. Because Mark will make one suffer and put it in a law. Law that if deter you and know say you can't mash up your organs. This guy is dangerous. This guy is very dangerous. Yeah? Because if him can't say this, eh? It's a criminal government. That's why so much cocaine turn up. So what them do, them move them use the fisherman them. Yeah? Listen to Petro Row attack yourself. So Petro Row, I have everything lying out yourself. See, they don't tell about that at the biggest. You don't see a 12 billion. Here next one, Petro Row. Hear this.
Time news and a special welcome once again to our viewers on onespotmedia.com. Up first this evening, $4.5 billion in cocaine. It's a major drug bust, which the security forces say is one of the largest in the country's crime-fighting history. As we hear in this report, the drugs were seized during an operation just off the coast of St. Thomas.
This is what $4.5 billion worth of cocaine looks like. 2,630 pounds of the illicit drug seized by the narcotics police during an operation Tuesday.
So this 2,600. So this are more than the 1,000 key. 1,000 not key. You hear this? And you still see that? 2,600. This is 1,000 at just 1,000 little key. Yeah? This is 1,000 at key. So just 1,000, not 1,000 off. Yeah? Little over 1,000, maybe 1,100, 1,200. So this is like the same thing we're fine, but this is what 4.5 billion. But him now come to about 700 million. My people are idiot. See? Just 2,000 odd. And them fishermen and them get a slap on the rich, you know. Can never feed them drugs this night, I know. The big boys, them drugs. So when you look now, the judge give them a slap, but we don't want the judge send them when either. If you go for the big boys, them. The big boys, them are connect to the government at the time. Feed them drugs. You understand? Yes, yes, yes. What's up, bro?
Yeah, man, me there, man, I say.
But me not there, man. Me not there, beat them, man. Me say it's a narcotic thing, this.
You know, you stop beat them, when?
Yeah.
Me feel like beat is a derogative word. You just have to speak the truth. You just have to talk
truth. The truth. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Like that, me feel like you're so past that word there, right?
Achoo, man. Brother, achoo, man.
Like, you know, when they use beat, it's like you have an intention. No,
yes, yes. But it's no intention, you know, we just speak the truth to power, you know, brother. And you're right. You're right. Truth to power. Yeah? But look at what them just find last week.
Yeah, so let me tell you my intake on this. Somebody that I've served.
Yes.
A whole 5 years, over 20 odd years.
Yes.
And do a lot of investigation. What we're looking at is either two things. Is that we don't have the capacity to do proper investigation, or we don't have the political will to do the same. Clear your indulgence and explain. If somebody crash, if an accident occurs, the government has we're not expecting a crash occurs with a car and the vehicle has burnt out in the middle of the road on a public street. Who is responsible to go and remove that?
Yeah, because you know, the record are going to move it. And the government,
the government to come.
Yes, the government, they have to investigate and do them thing and then the record move it, yes.
So and this is my point. If drugs is found in the middle of nowhere, not by investigations, not by intelligence driven, right? But you find it and you come and parade and so you find this and act like you're doing something. You're not doing anything. Because you just showed years ago the biggest drug bust. So drug breeds money. That's why people do drugs.
Yes.
Where are all those properties? Where's the money being funded? Where are all those counterparts that should be arrested? Where's the investigation from those time to now? Where are we with the investigation?
You know what though? Fits barely.
Tough talk from the commissioner. Where's the tough talk from the Minister of National Security?
Yeah. Well, if you tough talk, if you expunge people, but swallow drugs and can't have people place, because you're hustler. You're mule. Him just say it. On them platform. And then, remember Fitzpatrick saying that always some people, you know, know them, you know. And them leave and nobody, you know, hear them name or nothing at all. Good time you hear somebody name like a fisherman name and thing, and when it's a lower set of man, where them just do a job. Them get by for do a job, you call them name same time. But the big boy, them will fix pay it about, you know, so never give me no name at all though. Him say him know who them on sign paper from 2022 and I know it not sign. Now 2026.
Right.
You see that?
Wait, the last commissioner now in our next Caribbean island leading it as it's their commission.
Yes.
Would have stated that, you know, boldly, that we would have seen top level investigations is being done and we're going to see the result of that.
Yes.
It has been years now we have the less force. He's no longer even in the country. Still haven't heard anything about that.
No.
We're talking billions of US dollars in drugs. Right? So it's either two things. I will know the answer with.
Yes.
Like Jamaican is gonna be taxed the hell. The money is gonna be taxed the hell. We know that is truth. Right? We know that Jamaica Constabulary is two things and they're not mutually exclusive.
Yes.
The political will is not there.
True.
And Jamaica don't have the capacity to do these high-level drug investigations because of corruption. Right? So a commissioner, and I dare say that this is just appointment, is just appointed to a commissioner post.
Yes.
You're right. People are just appointed as, to me, it's a political post.
Yes, yes.
Because now you're seeing that you really can't take certain, only strength you have is for the lower class Jamaicans. You can't do anything about corruption, about drugs, and I dare even say extrajudicial killings.
Yes. Although they're not supposed to take the directive, because they're going to the 40 now, you know.
As a commissioner of police, if murderers are in your ranks, you should come out and say murderers are in your ranks. And after saying murderers are in your ranks, as a law enforcement leader, do something about it.
Of course.
So when we say this is not beat them, you know.
Yes.
This is true.
That's the truth. Yes.
So you would have said about your body cameras that you want the proper, getting the body cameras is easy from his mouth. He did an interview.
Yes.
The infrastructure to set it up is hard. And I have sat in meetings with this gentleman. He's a genius when it comes to infrastructure. This man got a contract with the ICC when the World Cup was coming in Jamaica. He led and made millions of dollars doing it on the private side.
Oh.
Mr. Blake, Commissioner, and then Mr. Ellington. They ran the security component for the cricket match that was held at, you remember that big cricket match?
Yes.
Right? So he has that capacity. Right?
So that means it's a political puppet then, because they know what to do then, you know.
They are political puppets.
Yeah, because you keep the people them safe and you come up with the camera and you come up with all of these things to make sure everything all right, because of that him do. So them, you know, make them away camera. That make it even worse now.
Transparency.
Yes.
Because, and I dare say this because I'm saying to them, and I saw Mr. Ellington use the same ploy. I call it suppression of crime.
Yes.
So if you put a police on you have a crime being committed on Duke Street, and you flood Duke Street with police officers, what is going to happen to the crime on Duke Street?
Yeah, it's suppress it.
Significantly reduced.
Yes, it's suppress it.
Right. So, but if it's a gun crime, right, and you don't find the guns, and if you have a serial raper and you don't find a serial raper, because you're on Duke Street, he stops raping and they stop shooting, but you don't find the shooters and you don't find the guns.
Yes.
As soon as you move, you can't have the resources to stay there forever. But as soon as you move, what's going to happen?
Man.
Thank you. So this deployment or this strategy of suppression of crime is rubbish. Because as soon as his term is finished, now you have on your resume, and this is the game they play with, a resume build for the Jamaican public. So now you have on your resume, or reduce crime by 40%, and now you're going to politics. But you didn't make Jamaica better because you played with the post.
Yes.
You're a political puppet.
Yes. Because right now, them not go off on a big boy, you know. Yeah, right. So them use CTAC the other day when the thing them bust. He do all of this. And them have to dismantle. Remember me came out and I tell them, so them have dismantle CTAC. It happened the Friday, them just delay till around the Monday or the Tuesday. Because them have to boy, load someone out with this fast. All right. They could just delay it for even 2 days or 3 days. Then them went out with it and them transfer the whole of CTAC. When they see, because when we come knock them in them fight, they come in the side of them and the eagle the side of them. So we come knock them with it, say, yeah man, I be a juggies, be a things. The man them stay upstairs and throw down jugs. The man them everybody a one line of jugs. The same jugs them. The man them build back a thing. And it come from right side of them. The man them do back flour and just sprinkle the flour that if you taste something on the, you know, and set it up back, set up some key and put in there. Mix it with coke and then flour. So them take out a lot of the jugs. Yeah? them wait until the police, remember the police were the only inspector, yeah? When them search him car, then them are going like a dust that alone. Enough more drugs that come out. Tons of drugs, them thief. Yeah, big boy get back some of them drugs too, you know. Enough money run. Yeah, because what they might try to do is trick America and Canada and Europe and UK. You understand?
Yes.
So yes. I remember me tell them said enough for the drugs I go Europe. Here the one I know him come up, I go play this and you hear where I say with the drugs. It I go Europe. Hear this. Hear this.
24, when there was a record amount of seizure in that year. For context, we are only 4 months in the year, and we have seized over 100% of the highest single seizure that we have had in a year. So this tells a story. This tells that the efforts of FNID has been unprecedented, particularly since the start.
Spirit, I tell them, you know, we have more drugs seized than this, but the highest, you know, for the whole year, we see more than 5,000 pounds, 5 ton. So this time got around 4 ton now. This are going to near 5 ton, but we see more than this before in a year.
Start of this year, a lot of cocaine is in Jamaica to be seized, and our efforts are resulting.
Yeah, when there's people, a lot of cocaine. Just speak my word. You hear, Inspector? A lot of cocaine in Jamaica to be seized. Me say it and wash with cocaine. Them uptown, not the big boy, them place. You hear him just admit it a while? Eh? Remember, take this off of the sea, you know. But him tell us a lot.
Since the start of this year, a lot of cocaine is in Jamaica to be seized, and our efforts are resulting in tangible seizures and in arrests. What is also unprecedented is that in every seizure that we have made since the start of the year, almost every seizure, we have made arrests. So we are holding.
Almost two things on the talk about, man, about make arrest. Continue.
Seizing the drugs in the hands of people. And that is always a plus for us. We are able to make arrests, to secure conviction, to test these matters before the court. I mean, after all, FNID has a 95% conviction rate before the court.
So, 95% of conviction rate before the court. 95% of conviction rate of the day in a prison?
Yeah, man, I'm happy I'm at the court. So...
Yeah, when said it, yes.
So when you have your police officer, and he has to play this game, because you have to play this game with him, because this is one of the money we get big promotion in.
Of course, remember film brother in a drug store, you know, and every police know that. Who used to go film brother money and carry it down before him brother get there? Remember, I asked him.
He must come and play with words. You understand? And the fact of the matter is, when you come and do these political tendencies, it speaks bad for the country, right? So you come and you put drugs, you buck up in a. So it's not intelligence led or proper investigation that led you to this arrest. You buck up in a boat, you realize that them have cocaine on board. You arrest all the people them who are in possession of that. And yes, you're gonna get a high conviction rate if you find people. You can't go around that. If you find a car and it's laden with drugs, how can you disprove that you never have drugs in your car? But this is not like a crazy, well put together investigations and you've been doing it for 1 year and surveillance. But again, you're playing with words to make it sound that way.
I'm going to tell you something though.
When you say you have a 95%
conviction rate in front of the court, or you get conviction rate in front of the court.
When you know that it's just a position matter, right? You're talking as if you see some assets and you did proper investigation and you see some actions using the poker and all of that. Where's all of that investigation? And again, we come back to the political will.
Now, before you go to suspect, what happened to the guy? Then what happened to the conviction rate for the guy them up at the airport?
It's zero.
Another place. So I might get 95% of conviction rate because
so this again we talk about how they play with words, because the question you would have asked if your media house was there when and got an opportunity to ask the question. You talk about 95% rate arrest, the conviction rate. Of this conviction rate, was it just possession simpliciter? or it was an in-depth investigation in people who are importing, right? What about the proceeds of these cocaines?
Yes.
The money that after it's been sold and all of these high-rise buildings that is going up in Jamaica.
Yes.
Right? The nightlife that is funded. Where's all this money going?
In Blackstone and Steel. Black Cement and Steel.
What is the police doing as relates to investigation to get back? If you just seize cocaine, you know, that is not where you hurt them, you know. It's when you start to get the money.
And get the lead. Because what me I suspect, if you make you stop them fishermen, you have them. Right away, you should have a DPP for give them a deal and make sure them family safe. Because remember, you know, America involved in this seizure, you know. Kind of them stop it like this, you know. Me I play it here when them talk, so well, you know, our partner and working with and which party to that go and one. You hear him come with the one of that too. So, you know, America and them think they involved. That's why them stop this, you know. Anytime you see them go stop something out of sea and them thing there, America never want to blow them out of the water. Them watch them. Them watch it and know so Jamaica, that's why them name a narco state. And the Andrew owners watch are the biggest set of drugs them are running about. Every time you find something else, a be tons are coming now. And a 1 key and 2 key again in a better. And 5 key are tons, you know, it be over 1,000 key. That is a ton, you know, ton plus, you know. That's over 2,000 pounds. See? 2.2 ounces is the key. So that's over 2,200 pounds. You see me, I say, brother? Eh? Yeah. When you look at 3,000 key, them stopped us last week. Eh? America do it, man. Through America, that's why they run out with this. You understand? Yes.
What I love to hear as well, Wayne, is, you know, touching on the America things. We as a JCF, right, leading law enforcement agency in the country, right? We have a doctor, Blake, in charge of the force, touted as one of the Bright Star commissioners. Why are we not hearing what is being put in place, right? Because we know that the United States government, right, have basically crippled importation and exportation of drugs within Colombia, Venezuela, and that region, Trinidad. They have that whole sea lock off. So you would have expected the migration of drugs more. Now the whole line would have been changing around coming to the Jamaica.
But it turn up more.
Our Jamaica Constabulary Force look into that. Have the JDF that has the capacity and jurisdiction of the waters. And what are they doing to mitigate this expected more high crime, not a crime rate, but a more drug,
yes,
you know, line into Jamaica's waters are more in our region. What are they doing? And we can't tell us that I don't know.
No,
everybody just are twiddling them thumbs, and if we buck up in some drugs, we come out and talk about 95 conviction rate of a possession simplicity case. Right? You're called the, you know, you hit on the dismantling of OC. Whatever them.
Yes. The CTAC there.
CTAC. What you can imagine if you just put up, just like how you change the uniform.
Yes.
That makes no sense. Just like how you change the beard policy. That had make no sense. You can imagine if you just put on camera for the people and them come around.
Simply, you know, brother. When you're going to cocaine room, you have to have on a camera. You can't go teeth.
You just imagine if you just put on camera for your police officers. You
keep them on this, brother. Yeah, and you change the force.
You change everything. You change police interaction. You change the supervisor. Them don't know what to talk. You change interaction between the members them, because no man can just come and say your body look fat, baby.
Can them do that enough?
Then and report yourself.
Yes.
But the resistance is true. So again, we talk about the political real, like the capacity. And we may tell us some man I make some big money, right? And you know, unfortunately, we just have to talk it truth. Because this is the only way forward.
Make a play a piece more of this. Hear this now. Hear this from him. Hear this.
So it speaks to the efforts of our detective, led by our Deputy Director Investigation, and our investigative skills that we have developed over the last 50-odd years. Jamaica has been recognized worldwide, unfortunately, as a major transshipment point for drugs, going up north into the US, into Europe primarily. And we have found that
into Europe primarily, I'm not telling you them majority of them run down too. Of course.
Significant trend. Europe has been the destination of choice in recent time for cocaine coming through Jamaica. One of the key points to note is that Jamaicans are not heavy consumers of narcotics, and therefore Jamaica represents only a transshipment point. So it's just a stop in the journey here in Jamaica for these narcotics.
So it could be just you where am I do? A politics in my play now. It's just a stop. That don't make no sense. The big man, them drugs, them buy it and them sell it, so they make money. They make a killing. You know, say that you can't sell the drugs on somebody island just a stop with two little fisherman. So nobody drugs are. I know the politician drugs, I know the big man them drugs. You just make a stop. And then you can catch a plane and then the little fisherman them can't arrange that, you know. Them can't do that. Them just get hired with them little boat. Them, they are the big boy, them from within PSOJ drugs. We don't ask. You remember Bailey come out and come say it already to you know. He might move for go lock up, him not call them name. No, if it's a little man, them call them name. You get a fisherman, you call them name. You get two little man, them name go at the same time. Big boy, them name don't call. Whether them a banker, whether them a hotelier, whether them a whether them a minister, you don't call them name. You try to work around it and not to call them name and try quash the thing. Right? But of them have the money to spend. Not that they could get to you, them can't find food for put on them table, can't buy toothpaste. Not them. Yeah? Big boy them thing. So you when I say the why about it just it like it them are selling it go to Europe, but them just stop now. Them buy it and smuggle it go to Europe. Smuggle it out. Them carry teen and then go send one them have them link. Because them have the money, you know. Them can use private jet, them know. Can you have a private jet, them know them turn off them expand now where them can roll on it. Them are do it big boy, you have to have money to do that. You have to have money to do that. You see? So them well connected. Can you imagine a little fisherman? When they get this, you say, number one, no fisherman. Yeah? If you have 25 million US or billions of Jamaican, you will never go on a little go fast boat and beat up yourself. You'll be a boss. You're not going to do that. See? You're more higher people, you know why you can't touch these things. You're more higher them. So there is no way a fisherman or a stream life where a road grave can't turn him over, you know, and kill him, you know. The reason why you sell the boat and go for all these things are because of desperation. You hire him, go. Yeah? Pack up him boat and come. He's the captain. And you might give him $1 million or maybe 500. Depends if he used to money. Them kind of way there. But him not going to get that back of the money. If him not go back. Them not going to give him a bag of money if him not go back. So in this thing, he might make a trip and he might give him 10 million Jamaican or 20 million. Can you start something? Them not going to give him that. That know them make billions. Yeah. Make billions. You understand? Yeah. Brother. So call you. I'm talking about my car there. Yes. Produce, I soon call you. Yes.
When me hear now look up, when me hear now the same access that you are review that the funk or the
Kim.
Yeah, but I the bad
no. The artist for the roots, this man. Yeah, for the
so,
roots.
So hear him speak about the capacity, the knowledge of the but what we have been saying over the years is that when what we're seeing is the mixing of political persons within the Jamaica country.
Yes.
So you have a particular duty to operate and go after bad actors within the Jamaican population.
Yeah, man.
Right? It can't be that you are a law enforcement leader and I talk about a one-stop, right, shop and it's just a transshipment point. No, that cannot be. You can't tell the Jamaican people you have sense.
Of course. And them are sent
And you
feet.
can imagine you are leading an investigative body with that type of thought.
But it does pass, like it does a pass, and then it'll leave. So what am I do? When him come, can I labor? Let me just tell you, he's a politician, He's a politician.
Why him say it like that?
Yeah, because he's a please answer them.
Why him say UK versus US? Why him say that?
Yeah, that is it.
Teach people, let me know.
Yeah.
He's a politician, Why him say UK? He might put the way around Europe.
Yes.
And you're so close to the United States. Why?
Yes.
Why him not say nothing about United States? Why? Why in at this particular time and place?
Because them know. No, you see, where intelligence lead to, with some of the police them around them, and no fight go US and we are no fight Ghana, Europe now. So them spread out. Them are sell everywhere. So that's why them pull up the place. So them have more market. So not just US market alone, them have now. Them have Canada market too. Them have UK market and them have the whole of Europe market. So that's why them have flood in Jamaica now. Because the big boy them ICI, them not invest in nothing like this. Because the court give them a bigger money for carrying. You understand? So when them do some book, I remember them importing from Colombia, including the cocaine. So them, them have all kind of ways to carry in. I use the little local, them, the little fisherman, them, plus them have other things where them use. So if you bust one thing, them still get 2, 10 or 20. Can you know so I do their money, right? So them still make back their money, They might make money. Eh?
This man sound is probably like an invitation for drug smuggler. Because if me a lead a unit,
yes.
Me I tell him Jamaica, you talk to the Jamaican people.
Tricky about try trick what you
Right? You supposed to say this is an organized what? And we're looking into where the money is going.
Yes. And where it comes from.
That money.
Yes.
So all of the man them I take money and I build a house and this and this. So you want people to stop importing in their country. So we have to talk about transshipment point and
it does, like him said, it does a stop over them who got used to stop and then carry on. And Jamaica and the people from PSOJ jobs and the same minister them are for them jobs. Enough of them involved.
You're the big police come and tell people it's just a stop over.
Like like I do a tourist thing. Him think I one of the cruise ship, man.
Send the message to the people who import drugs in our country.
Yeah.
I remember, cause and effect, Because when you remember what happened in the country, it's just like scamming. And it's just like what I go on with. And this is innovation and you have to be intelligent when you're a police officer. Right?
Yeah.
Because if you have a new way of making, anytime you have a vice,
yes.
For the people, vice is like gambling or anything will make money on the street level. You always have crime, you have bad actors we attribute it, we come around it. Right? So if you see what happened now with the vloggers there.
Yes.
So this is a new way of making money. You start seeing violence surrounding it.
Yes.
Right? Because people are making a large sum of money. Bad actors are going to start come and say, yo, we can help you with this. Always draw.
Okay. But I want to tell you something though with him. I want to fight out something with him now. I'm going to flap him right in front of him face now. But make him know so when him attack makes sense. So according to him, it does a pass through a pint. So remember one question I ask him, don't flap him. Because we are critical thinkers around here. So, but if you pass through a point when you just see 2 Jamaican, one will live in Hanover and things. So all that pass through a point, sir, no more somebody know them and send them feet. And then them have an ex-Columbian panel boat. So this is not no just pass through a point when you have even Jamaicans, the captain, him a Jamaican. So all that pass through a point, brother. And like some people stranger does a pass, like when you does a pass and then you act gone somewhere else, brother. Somebody have to hire these guys within there. And that's why they are not from Colombia. You understand? That alone kill him when they say, look a while in a better. And 2 Jamaican a captain and think them have pan that, And him stand up here start chatting foolishness. You see me I suspect?
Yeah, man, it's
No, we just have 2 Jamaican. The other day when them catch one down there, so the captain and 3 Jamaican. But yesterday it a pass through, but and it does them just use it like druggies are used for pass through. No. that means somebody approached them. It wouldn't be a foreigner come approach you. It would be a man from the ground who said come and yes, arrange up these man. And when I talk say this is organized transshipment drug is from Jamaica doing this. Yes? Just remember I talk to people with critical thinking skills. See? Those are Jamaicans. And then the man never come do it. If you did have the money that the amount of drugs they carry, you wouldn't go up on the boat. Number one, you don't even want to captain your own boat. You don't even use your own boat neither. You know, I go do it and beat up yourself. You can go free and take your life. Or you can go over there, man, take your life. And the kind of offer where them give them and chew them desperate. That's why them go.
If him say anything, remember? If you want the man that will smuggle drugs.
Yeah, morning now. Let me finish. You're the one.
Yeah.
We are best placed to speak to, drug trends. After all, the ethnic narcotics component of our operation has been in existence since 1974, and therefore we have seen the trends. We have seen, because Jamaica has always been known as a transshipment point. However,
them never talk about narco state, but Jamaica always been known with politics. I get them a play, you know. Yeah? You know, a man might have spoken them little weed and them little things about the days until like the 80s when you have the shower passing you swear. See? But you know, come talk about transshipment point. And the Andrew want to turn an narco state, and that's the truth. Him just a Jamaica full of cocaine too, you know. Play.
In recent months, there has been unprecedented development in terms of our significant increase in trafficking activities through Jamaica. We believe that the geopolitical...
Through Jamaica doing it. The big boys, them doing it. Them sell it, come home, and then them sell it. But traffic through Jamaica. Make it sound like the trafficker them in a that to make it sound like, you know, system of politics did nastiness a play, brother. It sound like you have traffic something, but you got traffic it through Jamaica and go somewhere else. No. And then buy it. Again, and the cocaine man now say no ton of cocaine come to Jamaica. Them get the money. Them will not do that. And I lose it. Them have to get paid. Big boy, them doing this. I'll be a shitty matter, brother. Now I finish him now. But you hear it spec.
Yeah, boy, continue. Let finish with
that. Yes, continue.
Environment is influencing a change in routes, change in modus operandi of the traffic.
What kind of change in route and changing? You know, sir, Andrew them saying to come chat them bullshit, brother. People, they're not change the route. Oh, we don't find, we just play up in a every day, they find 12 billion coke. That sounds like a change in route. You find it up in the airport. What kind of change in route? And like it's a change in route, so them are go through. I be a bullshit, them say them come talking, fool, you're fat. Yeah, this.
And that has resulted in much more cocaine coming through Jamaica. I believe that.
Man, who said they come talk, you fuck your brother. Remember, say your brother never good, you know. Remember, your brother a trafficker too, you know. One with dead, you know. One with them dip, you know. You shouldn't even have a job neither, man. Well, him shouldn't even have a job. You ask the police, them get police beside of him. Him brethren them, get the run on about him, brother. Now look where him there in the job I tell about them change road. This, where I come up with, I don't know who him think him do this long thing for. And who him a trick him can trick US. Yeah, people like we better talk. They must say, watch us. There is no change route at them. Same one I do this. In there, continue.
The fact that we are seizing these drugs is testament to the fact that we have proven strategies.
People, when I talk of bullshit, and US just help them and tell them the one of these things, and what them I get from US. US I watch them, you know. Yeah? In Canada and them places I watch them. Bullshit about facts of season. Me just play the one where you hear catches bully and tell us say with the DEA with them work with that thing and they keep off and what have you them go seize the one up in the airport. And Canadian authority here. Continue.
And we are our efforts are bearing fruit in this regard. We are a victim of commodity liability. Obviously, Jamaica do not produce cocaine, and therefore Jamaica is being used as a transshipment point, and therefore.
People, you hear what I say again? Him go down and being used as a transit. No, Jamaican people from within the PSOJ and within the government will buy cocaine and druggies. and them are buy the cocaine and them friend. And you have no big police involved in this. Not the little youth them for them role are just an employment role and desperation. The big boy them cocaine this. Go search uptown. The amount of tons of cocaine is unbelievable. Me just talk and them run go up there, you know. Them run go up now. Never play that phone now. You hear something. Continue.
Our stakeholder engagement has to be an important part of our efforts at securing drug interdiction. Certainly our regional and international partners are at the table. We are engaging.
People, the regional and international partner, that's why them attack. US, UK, the one of the place there. Yeah.
Far and wide. Our European counterparts are at the table as well. It is an effort that requires all stakeholders, and we can say that we are securing the partnership of all the countries who are affecting, or all the countries who are contributing to drug trafficking in Jamaica. And it is through regional and international partnership that we are able to secure some of these convictions that we have.
Through the regional and international partnership. And of them do nothing. So you must try to spin it like people are
because our operation is cross-border, and we have pursued a number of linked investigations that has resulted in tangible results, such as arrest and seizure of drugs. Jamaicans should be concerned that a number of our people are involved in drug trafficking, but they should be optimistic that there is an entity within the JCF called FNID that is dedicated to pursuing drug traffickers, that there's an avenue that the Jamaican people can call for us to intervene in these activities. And the fact that we are reaping tangible results is a manifestation of our efforts. And therefore, I would say to the Jamaican people to be cautious, to look in their surrounding. We have seen a number of interdictions.
People, you see, in the pandemic, the amount of drugs, them go for some police, you know. Police, them static, them talk to me from Constant Spring. Them have someone that transport drugs from the boulevard that pass Seaward there so. And some of the plainclothes police hold them and take with the drugs. And them are narcotics where you see them transfer them, because them down there, enough of them are criminal, you know, from in them place there. Them go for the police, them interview them. Police, them talk to me and say, see it. With they're so static, and I through them they're static and think of them, they talk to me and whatever, you know. Some of them do music and all kind of things. Talk to me before. And yeah, talk to me. When them static, talk to them. You know, man, they call me and you know, you have first time I see man. You know, me never want going at that. But yes, still them go for them and them answer them take the jobs. And they threaten them. Yeah. Because the narcotics, them, some of them work for the big boys, them too, you know. Because you have man go seize drugs. I mean, I tell you this, I mean, I tell you which parish them go. But when them seize the drugs in a St. Catherine, in a Spanish town, some cocaine them take away, them go give to a member of the government right now. Right now, a member, the MP. And when them get the drugs, somebody just boop, 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 boop. And right away, me know them get the drugs. Because right now, them circle, me I get it from one of those drugs and everything, so me get it. Them instead of them carry it in, they let the man them when them take it from me now. Him take it for sell it. Me not call them name because you know, when things like that, you know, you understand enough people, the police, this, you know what I say, but me I tell you, this is what them I do. Why you think me burn them so much? Them dangerous. Them mass up Jamaica, you know. Continue.
And to our airports. Recently, we arrested 2 Jamaicans who were proceeding on farm work in Canada.
The little farm work you talk about now, I be everything this. We still talk to them, don't take nothing from nobody. But we are talking about tons of drugs. So we have some man where they might have said, oh, some little key and then them use some other little people do some. I be everything this. Let me continue.
We're carrying drugs, and we are appealing to unsuspecting Jamaicans to pay due regard to packages that are given to you to be taken abroad, and be cautious about it. If you're not sure about it, we have officers at all our international airports who you can engage with to have.
Don't follow that way, I tell you now. You want to send an prison. So if you are go foreign, you're not going to take something from a stranger. And even for your brother, he might open you, he might give you, carry muscle and put you, and you don't carry it. Simple as that. But you don't go take something from somebody and carry it. And then you go to police and say, boy, give me something, search, and then find it. They may still charge you. Don't follow him. You understand? And you know, feel it's good, but all you do, don't carry it. It's simple. You are going for it. But don't follow him. When I talk about it's, you see, when I talk about a bullshit him talk, you know, we are talk to people. So nobody could give you something to carry. If them respect you any at all, and your mama or your dad, they're not going to come give you something to carry unless you not do jobs. Unless you want to do jobs, then your mama and dad not going to do that. See? So when I talk about if you don't feel and carry, and you don't take things from strangers and carry neither. Yeah? And if you have a bird, you don't want to carry this, you open the thing and you pack it yourself. So if it's a shoes, you know it's a shoes. I mean, you're not carrying a shoes. If it's a bit of food, your sister, your sister, this, your sister, not touch and what you want to see where you carry and that good. You understand? But to approach them and tell them what. When I talk about shit, can talk to save himself.
Reasonable assurances to do checks for you and on your behalf in supporting your own vigilance. We also do demand reduction lectures. I mean, we are open to being invited to social institutions, to your community youth club, non-government and government organization to speak to you about concealment methods or the efforts that we are made and demand reduction on a whole. Because we want to partner with our Jamaican people to ensure that you...
So, he might talk to the lower people with some little baby thing. He not talk about the tonnage. You hear that spec? Let me continue.
Are not impacted by the drug trade. And we also want to advise parents that there are synthetic drugs that are being sold to our children that we are to look out for.
You know, so the money, you know, that come from China. The ecstasy. You know, it's a China thing. But them they're all over the place and they're reaching at school. So why not do something to them every time when I go there? Me just see them arrest two Chinese in a Central Tibet for them are import illegal sugar. And they're not going to wear that. They're not going to wear me have the video. Continue.
Have to be vigilant about as well, because one of the challenge and one of the vulnerabilities around that is that these drugs, those seem harmless, whether it is the Molly, the ecstasies, these drugs introduce our children to narcotics at a very tender.
You might say Molly and ecstasy and introduce it to narcotics. So Molly and ecstasy, it will kill you. It's dangerous. What am I say? But it lead to narcotics. What am I say? We know about ecstasy. Them things that speed up people heartbeat and kill. You know, some people dance on them over, it kill them faster than even all the cocaine to backside. I wonder if him do look research for ecstasy and them thing there. When you see some people take that and them dance for the whole night, drop down and dead to backside. Kill you now. Eh? Fruit and them thing. When you look at ecstasy, Mali and them mixes and the next thing are tranquilizer. When you look at see some people freeze, some people are going away. I want them at when I talk about it lead to narcotics. Like Mali and ecstasy, not Mali, I say one, not like it not dangerous. What am I say? Eh?
When you look on the picture we have up there, you look on the age difference, you can see so this man has been promoted out time scope.
Him come out time scope, man. Because the other day, him one of them are carrying news from James too, you know. Ron James. And then him say man, they stand up on Peter Bunting and say, yeah, this is our parliament. Him call the people them uttered in parliament. I hear me now. And them just promote him. You understand? Remember, him is a JLP activist. So this is what them do, them give him this and them push him this and politics. Yeah. That's why him attack say, you know, it's just a transshipment and go through and talk to parents and him gone somewhere else. Eh? We know a petrol road is. So them promote him. Yeah, them promote the guy. See, you know?
Age and may result in them developing an appetite for stronger drugs, and this may have a serious implication not only on our economy but our social fabric, and therefore these are efforts that we have to be unrelenting in the pursuit of them, and it is an all of Jamaica approach.
All Governor Johnny, go talk to them at PSOJ and talk to your boss them and yourself. And go talk to them, the one them within the government. Yes, brother.
So when we move from the tons of cocaine where it
come from, gone to children and approach. And Mali.
Come on, man, out there in school, man. Wait, but me say this.
Yes.
What you're seeing on display,
yes.
This is what I'm talking when you promote these people that are unqualified. They're definitely political activists. They don't know them role and function. Probably they have never arrested, go through the court system, they have never done a proper investigation. Yes. But they're leading men and women, right, that are career investigators. Right? Yes, you have a management component, you might do a degree, but you don't have this tacit knowledge about what you're speaking about. And then when you're a political pundit, certainly you can't tough talk even. Mm-hmm. Because all you talk, you just talk down to the Jamaican people like them import tons of cocaine.
And that's him I do.
Right? What about the money that flows with the cocaine? What about the guns that come? You're head of division, or you're speaking as if you're in charge of a division that speaks of firearm and narcotics.
And that yes.
And you have not spoken about firearms that are coming
that is it.
Come with the drugs come with. They come with the killing, the murders, right? Because if a man fall out of line, he will be killed.
Yes.
Guns that are ammunition that has to protect the drugs. And
yes.
the money that is gained from it that has to be washed. An organized activity, and you have not touched any of that. You're just talking about possession simplicity, which is akin to you finding a man with ganja. No, you can't do that. When you find a man with ganja and lock him up and carry him go court, and then you say I have a 98% conviction rate when the man say, yes, boss, yes, judge, would I smoke my weed? It's not different from if you find a captain transport, and I'm going to say, yes, me carry them something. Yeah?
Yes.
So you're speaking as if to the Jamaican people, you have done some tremendous investigation, and no, we need this from the police. You have the capacity, but you don't have the political will. Because how you saw a while ago, that presentation when talk about, that's how we go to school, go talk to kids. You can't come on a platform where international people are going to look at and talk about a big fine like this. Where the money come from, where the money go?
Yes.
You check these men's bank accounts, you see how much money that they have come.
But I say something, because say something to that. Because you have some politicians right now, and the big boy, them have more than one safe within them home, because them have more than one home. People go, you have go check a member, a government member. You don't know him, you know. When they call him name, you don't know him. And them open him safe, and the amount of money him have in there in a different currency than unbelievable. That different from, can enough of them keep money in them safe too, you know. So money we can go bank, them have to filter it in and all kind of things. Big boy them do it too. In them place. So uptown are going bad. I'm going to play something and make it hear it. But let me show more experts are dangerous. Kind of things like the cocaine. Me just show him something. Cardiac risk. This is ecstasy. We just talk about stronger drugs. See there? High dose can cause a life-threatening spike in body temperature, 40 Celsius, 104 Fahrenheit. This risk is heightened by physical extortion like dancing. Don't come off yet. And see that? At environment, organ failure, severe overeating can trigger failure of major organs, including liver, kidney, and heart. This kill you faster than cocaine. They same ecstasy. But it all got stronger drugs. We know about ecstasy. These people don't read about nothing at all. They just hear about something, you know. And I know said the ecstasy thing that it will kill you now. You know, when them put up on cocaine and them go and they may go take a pill and two, and when you look at speed up them, the whole of them heart and all kind of things and give them failure. And fling them at the same time in a better. You understand? But him don't know that neither, you know. He must think say you have to take them over time. Eh? If you hear so some man take blueprint and mash them up. With them prescribe. Much less ecstasy. Eh? But some kind of Mali dangerous. Synthetic drugs. Very dangerous, and a Chinese that carry it in. And I said it. Yes. But we're past that. In past that, can't find something else. Here the seizure just a couple of days ago, spec. Here the seizure.
Been informed that several persons were detained for questioning in connection with a multi-million-dollar cocaine bust in St. Andrew last week. It's understood that on Thursday, members of the Firearms and Narcotics Investigations Division carried out an operation in Norbrook, St. Andrew, where a large quantity of cocaine was found. The cocaine has a street value of more than $30 million. A number of high-end vehicles were also seized.
Just one couple of them go and them get that. Can you imagine if them go house by house in Norbrook and Cherry Gardens and up at Beverly Hills, me tell them? You see me, I tell them some cocaine there. All right, them know. Look here.
Meanwhile, 3 Colombian nationals were charged in connection with what investigators say is Jamaica's largest ever single cocaine seizure, valued at approximately $1.7 billion, were remanded when they appeared in court.
The people have more value than that, you know. It can't value 1.8. How much drugs them say them get here, so.
They are to return to court on May 20. Sander Williams reports.
The 3 Colombians were charged last month by detectives attached to the Firearms and Narcotics Investigations Division following the seizure of 6,000 pounds of cocaine. Those charged
at 3 ton that, you know. Oh, that's about 1.5 million, $7 billion. That's a 3 ton. We just talk about 1 ton for the more than 25 million. A matter of fact, half a ton. When Bailey just said the other day, half a ton value over 25 million US. If you put that 25,000 for 1 key, or 3, or you have like over 6,000 pounds, 3 ton. Yeah?
I have to cut you on that one. You're so right, because remember when he spoke of the price back then,
yes,
you never have ships that blew drug smugglers out of the sea.
No.
So yesterday's price is not today's price.
Cannot, and it's a gone up
so
because
something's wrong with it. Even the price that they're speaking of,
yes,
something is wrong.
Yes. When you get blow to water, you know, it'll push up the price, spike it, and then you have war, and it'll get harder than people want it. So more demand. So you know, say, and you see, Venezuela gets raid and all kind of thing. So it'll come to Jamaica now, the price will double up. You never can sell it for 25 again, maybe at 40 and 50. Because it's harder now, you get blow to water for carry it and it'll be risky. People are vaporize. Because they might blow you out of water, but they never did that do before. So you know, so the price even gone up more. Eh?
Is a vacation destination, a new vacation destination for both counterparts. So a lot of Colombians go to the resorts in Jamaica now.
Yes.
You're seeing a lot of Colombians there, and and a lot of Jamaicans are vacationing in Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
So now you definitely have a total connections, a new connection.
Yes.
With the populace and these people.
Yes.
So how you are looking at it in a way, the analysis and critical thinking.
Yes.
That you have just put into this little set that is looking even from pricing to everything. You have done much more than these people.
Of course, by far.
Start work at 8. And it's sad, you know, and I'm not putting down the lower, I would say the men and women are the investigative force, but I think the management has an issue because they're not doing what they're paid to do.
Mm.
When you hear this man kowtowing to politicians and the wider region, in how he speaks, it would more sound like an invitation for drug smugglers to come and park and pass through Jamaica than anything else.
Yes.
Because there was no tough talk. And how quickly he went back to the Jamaican populace and what they
and the baby, the man kid, and you come to him and he might have some little thing now. Him leave the tonnage, you know, hear this. You could have find 3 ton yourself just a couple weeks ago, and you come and get an next ton now. Right? And plus, before this, them did have half a ton.
Charged are 39-year-old Lucille Henry of San Andres, 34-year-old Arif Lopez of Barranquilla, and 22-year-old Klein Sinclair of Providence, all in Colombia. The FNID had reported that the massive shipment of cocaine was intercepted off the coast of Alligator Pond, St. Elizabeth on March 21. According to investigators, about 4:10 a.m., members of the Jamaica Defense Force stopped an unnamed fishing vessel offshore. where the 3 men were found aboard with 99 knitted bags containing cocaine. Police say the knitted bags contained more than 2,400 parcels of cocaine weighing over 6,000 pounds. Sandy Williams, Radio Jamaica News.
Yeah, no. Eh? What am I gonna tell me now? I'm for him talk about that. Yeah, and remember, you know, most of the time when you see them get stopped like this, brother, a US intervene and them have to do it, you know. If you not get stopped. You understand? Because them could have blow them out of the water, you know. So instead of them blow them see them have come and them have, because US them smart too, you know. And Canadian, you know, them have watch what I go to, but them man, you know, they're in the way to try stop it and I try protect politicians. You hear him talk just now. You hear him speak, brother.
Definitely. I mean, you're so right, because one we have to look at, you know, post 2020 or post this administration and the cocaine. Remember one time cocaine was null and void, crippled out.
Yes.
You just drive and buck up in a cocaine. So some and it's
full.
Just put it on the thing the prime minister, because but you have to. One would have to look at the corruption activities. A man that can be bought, a man that love money.
Yes.
You know, this is how you can get to him. Buy 2 buildings from him and you get into him. Give him some, you know?
Yes.
So you people when the cocaine and these things drive a large sum of money. Because remember, the cocaine, the physical cocaine is only one thing. The rinsing and the money is the next thing.
That's it. Turning a building, man.
Over the art. Right? So we have to look at these things and be very mindful that investigation can't just stop up seizing. It has to be. We have legislation on the books, Procedure Crime Act, where we can seize, and we seize only pop up. So all of a sudden we don't see these things being happening again.
So, them can't go for the big boy. Then brother, then
like,
if
we don't understand what is happening, it's like we make again. We have said it looks as it appears to be we're making so much a retrograde step of all the grounds we have covered over the years, right? All the lives of policemen, all the policies and legislation has been enacted. You know, it just go out the windows, because we have people that has been promoted out of their scope. We are putting people that can speak properly, right? That they're not for the mission of the Jamaica Constabulary Force and securing the people of Jamaica. You can't have a head, right, or acting head or whoever he is, right, speaking to tons of cocaine, somebody coming in to your country doing this type of activity, and then you're going to Mali, and you need to go talk to kids in school. That messaging is not for that. You're speaking to something very important.
That's it.
Where's the money? Where's the guns? Remember the drug for gun trade. Where's all of that? We know that the guns have to protect.
Yes. Yes.
Ammunition is bought with the money that you know. So and then that lead to murder and you know, territorial war and all that stuff.
So you tell me. So you tell me, so now, if the JDF stop them, and to US citizens, you know, but you never control or keep a distance because you see them and you suspect them, but you know you keep a distance and you radar in and make you see who come with the truck them and who load them off and where them go. Let them control and you stop them and them and do control delivery. You know, stop them and take them off. You make them go same way. And you want them, you know, because we are watching, you know, just go same way. We now have some cocaine, we get some, just say them drop off, or see where them go. Because them see some and make some go through. Because control delivery, you know. So you know, because you train them in a better. Because you can see who, because them can lift it up and put for themselves. Who wants the storeroom where it go, who wants to go and get it after that. You take down them money, but you want the bigger man, them who spend the money. Why them never do that? Why you stop it and cut it in the book there, so? Me can show them a cocaine raid in a...
boss will get caught, Wayne.
Yeah?
You know the answer, their boss will get caught. And them cannot allow that.
Ah.
You know them go at night time, go drink with and tell them, say, yo, you have a boy. And them boss are in a poly, the house every day, I look pretty in them suit.
Yes.
But in the night, them a vampire.
Yeah, it catch some real man now. And that's the whole thing. So when we just say simply, you know.
Some of them can't afford that. That's where they're put in the position. Them themselves don't know why they're put in the position, you know.
Them themselves are part of the position too.
Wait, let me tell you something. Them themselves don't know why they're put in the position. But you get a call and say this, and because you're a yes man, like Anderson.
Yes.
So sometimes you think because you're a hard worker. No, it's because you're a yes man.
So they have you just go and cover it up there.
Call your phone and say, don't say that, or go that road. Yes, sir. No problem. Yes, sir. Will do. Yes, Commissioner.
But inspect. So cocaine are coming like this. You know, control the thing, but you never know. And then when them do, you know, them know say DEA and also when feds boss a thing in them get a bag of people. Mr. Jamaican I sell, and I will show you. Let me show them this. Let me say we can show them a cocaine boss with in a US.
In New York.
I have to show them this. That's why I ask a question. Why them not do this? And this are tons. Them money are those smaller thing. Yeah? But these are tons. Well, I see it's the New York. I see the New York boss now. I'm going to New York. Cocaine. Right? Drugs. Find a New York thing. I have to give them a New York thing. Cocaine. Because them boss, them money boss over 30 Bronx. All right. See that? 3 million boss in a Bronx. All right. Cocaine in Bronx. Let me see this. All right. Let me do that a Bronx one. Let me see that one. Look on them, look about that.
The big haul of drugs and cash were seized, and an alleged major trafficker is now under arrest. We're told a joint task force found more than 26 pounds of cocaine and $3 million in cash in an apartment in the Norwood section.
People, when I say tons, you know, I lost 26 pounds of cocaine, and look at them, boss. Look at
stuffed into furniture and secret compartments. Detectives say their 2-month investigation also led to the arrest of Juan Rondon last night. He was ordered held without bail on drug trafficking and possession charges.
Hey, brother, them people, when they have money, you know, say it's addictive, man. Because you are snap, you can't spend 3 million. And you I still sell cocaine that them have to bust it up on you. Eh? Cocaine chop. Let me look for the cocaine chop, brother. I'm going to show them the cocaine chop now.
Yeah, and the body cam too. Yeah.
Yeah, the cocaine chop. I'm going to show them how people wear cocaine food chop. Food chop. I want to show them the body cam too, you know, yes. See? So I could do food chop. Food chop. All right, 30 arrested. Look on these people. This is a Jamaican. And look how them man are
in New York, apparently selling a whole lot more than just meals inside.
Take a look at the drugs and the guns that police say were hidden in takeout containers. 30 people were busted. Cops say the ring made millions selling narcotics and weapons out of a supposed food truck parked in downtown Newburgh.
Investigators say they busted one of the largest drug operations in the history of Orange County. Here's Eyewitness News reporter Marcus Solis.
The lot across the street from Newburgh City Court is the spot for food trucks, but one regular is missing. The Real Spice truck has been relocated to the Orange County Sheriff's Office, not to serve up Jamaican food. It's been seized because of other items that were for sale.
It sold food, it sold guns, and it sold cocaine. And Mr. Salmon was the epicenter of that.
That would be 42-year-old Kirkland Salmon, one of 30 people arrested in what's considered the largest gun trafficking and drug bust in Orange County. Named Operation Hot Lunch, investigators spent 6 months purchasing illegal guns, firearms that were often packaged in food containers. The guns were brought up from North Carolina, the drugs from Florida. Officials say what set this enterprise apart was the level of complexity, a 4-tiered system, sophistication that had never been seen before.
The money of this organization moved around with ease. It was invested into real estate property and crypto, in properties in Orange County and other things.
Prosecutors say a barbershop served as a stash house for some of the...
Say, yeah, but real estate property where you see a Jamaica rise up, drugs money. No to worry about it.
Proceeds estimated to be over $3 million a year. Nearly 40 different law enforcement agencies took part in the investigation, including the ATF and the NYPD, which had some of its undercover officers make purchases.
Fighting crime knows no bounds. whether it's Brooklyn, Buffalo, or anywhere in between. If you're trafficking illegal guns and drugs, we will bring you to justice.
Some of the suspects face up to 25 years in prison. In Newburgh, Marcus Solis, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Hey, brother, the man them take 25 or 30 of them take down. Them appear, some of them are 25 years. Quarter century in a prison. Just, you know, and them taking 30. Nobody dead. In the sign the corner boss, all them can't do this in Jamaica.
At the end of this investigation, you know, everything stop.
Yes, it do.
Everything stop because you make sure you clean down everything.
The root him take out, you know.
Root you take out.
Him
That's
root out the root.
investigation.
And this me I ask them if them do control. Can you get the man them? And you know it's enough for them. You make them continue upon them journey. You see some of them continue upon the journey. Yeah, and you make sure tell them, you know. Because remember, we know we live, we know everything. We are trained, you know. Nothing funny. We are going to help, you know. Saying, you go, the truck, them will come pick it up. Police in a different way, they're in a rubbish thing, they come by like madman, but you are trail, we get it. And all them need for doing a better. I said it before, you know. You know, if you trail a man like a mile or two, something else take it over. So them see you turn off and them say a rubbish, a little van behind them. Police tonight, you know. Plain clothes, you know. But it don't look like you train them. You understand, brother? You radio you, and then the next man take it over other people. So on the route, we are everywhere we are go. We are so who are comfy. Why them not do this?
Believe it or not, Wayne, they're all training this.
Them training it. So why them not do it?
Well, they have done it. Them built for lack of police. You remember them big operation?
Yes.
Them used to lock up police, corrupt police back in the day when the white man did it. Remember them do something?
Oh, when the white man, them use it. Okay.
You remember them tactics they used to use?
Yes.
The camera them and you just be a plain clothes man come down and you realize here. Remember people used to go out there and pretend to be taxi man.
Yes. Then that not about. Them adapt them to do.
So but them not gonna do it for that because money.
Oh,
so
the big boys them and walk a bus. Right?
So we are talking about the political will. So the capacity is there, but the political will. So now how you remember we are talking about who you put in charge? How you put a JDF man in charge of Mocha? When would you want Mocha to do certain things? So how you put this man now? So why would you do that? Because you want to make sure you have a leash. You want to point them in the wrong direction.
Yes.
So when you put a man like this now, a political pundit in charge of drugs and guns unit, you can point him in a particular direction because you want to have a hole on what is happening.
Yes.
You understand? You see what I say, Wayne? You promote him out in school, but you put a little man who you can play with. Because you remember you promote him, so you pull yourself.
Yes.
If you take him for a sergeant and carry my SSP, so you have to be happy with somebody, you know.
Yeah, man.
You have to owe somebody something, you know.
That's why you see Jamaica can better.
Can
better. Let me hear what my brethren say. Let me hear this. Play me, let me hear. Well on there.
From the head.
Well on there. Let me play Patrick here, sir. Yeah, man, brother. Boy, may I tell you. Yeah.
My brother, tell the inspector that from the head of the stream is corrupt. You can't expect anything better. The Prime Minister himself is riddled with corruption. So when I talk and what is to be done, it cannot be done because the head of the stream does not support honesty. It support criminality, brethren. Make sure you point that out to the inspector.
What am I here? Yes, the brethren said, you know, from the head dirty, you know, we get it like this. The police, them not act as police, yes, because they move the whole talking point, the one petrol, and gone to the kids, them are Mali, and if you go foreign, and somebody give you something, you have to come to them and tell them, say, you're concerned. You get to say, which police you go to in a thing and say, boy, I'm concerned, them are all you. If you search and you find drugs pan you and say about concern, you can't tell him, so well, that man give me this. Them are going to them are going to say, them are just let it go. Because them are tell you before you go pan thing, you take anything from your responsibility, make sure where you take from people, you know. Make sure you go look in that or something, you know. You not take nothing under, you know, under duress. And then you go at airport and I beg them check it. Why you want to check it yourself, Inspector? Yeah?
Exactly. Yeah, man, and the caller, Patrick is so right. I mean, if him listen to how we speak, you know, one of the legislation that we need is an impeachment legislation. Something strong like the Naranda thing where them at. Something strong where there's zero accountability. One man can make a decision for fire a man and have a man arrested. Or something like that. Them strong legislation they want for corruption in our parliament. And we all know that Andrew is corrupt and he's going to put his lackeys in place. So when he's doing corrupt activities, now everybody look the other direction. Right? So I totally agree, Patrick. Totally agree.
Yeah, man. But this now stop. And Petro, when you come out, come talk. No come talk like people just come in there. When you see even Jamaican involved, I use them there. Because them I want to command them from both. Them use ear and sea. So them use the fisherman them because them are getting tons of tons, you know, brother. When you boat, because when them do, you know, I can't one boat set out, you know, brother. I know one boat set out. Because when you have stop one, they will have enough vessel. You have 2 more coming, or 3 or 5 more coming somewhere else. You understand, brother? Because they not lose their money like this. See?
Complex organized crime, man. Whole heap of money involved.
Yes.
I just say they might give bait or they might give bait. So you hold that, but you know,
no far come true. Can them do it? I saw Mexico. All right. When you study Mexico carrying them drugs, when them hold one thing, them hold a trailer. Yeah, so when you look, the man them dig under the border, rent a house. Somebody rent a house over the other side, and the man them so sophisticated. Them dig a tunnel under that, you know, brother, and go in at the house, you know. The man them bad enough full it, you know, and I'm moving, you know. When you hold one chuck, when you look how much more gone through. You understand?
They call it about corruption, you know, and just to emphasize, you know, it's so bad, you know, this not just start happening. The JDF boatmen, you know, refuse to work with JCF boatmen, you know.
Oh.
The corruption is so lucid and bad, you know, that anytime you see a JDF vessel, they not allow JCF members on it.
Oh.
They not work together in the joint operations because they say that there's so much corruption.
Oh.
The thing is so corrupted when it comes to them to something that them go by themselves.
No, they don't want them on them boat. They want 2 different things, they don't want them on them boat.
Oh, because they know the information they pass. Man, you see what go and see that
operation
and call in and say, them will come.
Oh. So them the one that come. Oh, okay. So them keep it separate. But me I said even this with them catch 2 boat now. And you know do not control delivery or nothing. Nothing like that. And them you know better than this.
But even that way, make we talk about even that what we just mentioned. It allows you to do that because by the time a JDF vessel now gonna make the JCF members them know what they're doing.
Yes.
So when a JDF vessel out there do them operation, they are sending everything through a secure channel to JDF.
Hello.
After them find what them find now, them have to contact JCF. By the time them contact JCF, only thing JCF can do come take all of the substance. So you don't really have a collaborative effort because of corruption.
Yeah, man, yeah, brother.
It's crazy work. Yes, you know, so Saroni for real and come again. You know, I think he promoted our time scope. You have to have people who have the capacity and tacit knowledge to really talk to these things. You know, these things are eroding our country as a result of corruption, and these men come with them drug money. You know, to really liquid the foot of the corrupted, such as the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Crazy work. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, we.
Yes, my brother.
I say, you know, so you wonder, you have to lead one to one that if, you know, they put these people in the capacity to really steer people in a different direction.
Yes, my brother. Yes. Yes, man. There's a man just called me and asked me somebody about Irie, and him just know who him talk to me. I hear where a police person is saying in New York. I hear where I say.
This thing, this drugs thing, a lot of people know, and a lot of big top police in the system, Kevin know too. May I say, final fast pick, why is it that Andrew Holness and Juliet Holness, them apartment building cannot be invaded and raid? And I mean, all politicians. Why is it that their residence cannot be checked out or any building properties them own? Why is it that police can't go raid them those places too? Right off of the bat. If you want to clean up a country of drugs and guns, those politicians who giving out orders, a matter of fact, Kevin has shit house too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the man are law enforcement in the US, you know. You the man are, you know, they expect you himself just say, but nobody not offer the radar, them children can't get raid. The lady down in South America, the president, them raid our place. Them raid our presidential police. Because she wear some expensive watch on them thing and just wait, she ball out for which one thing. Them a business, and you're the president, but you have to get raid. Them gonna go raid that. See?
You know, all the signs are there for corruption. A man moved from zero net worth to a billionaire.
Yes.
Within less than 10 years.
Can you imagine?
Numerous projects upon projects of real estate. In the same time of these projects being done, we see an influx in cocaine seizures.
Can you imagine?
Right? And at the same time, you have a man with declaration, remember we put in these things for corruption, you know? In declaration from 2008?
Yes. No, from 1998, it go right back. It can't, because them did run something, but them have to backtrack it. Can I tell me a lie? Yes.
The Integrity Commission decides to investigate the previous one. Make recommendation for the financial investigation, for do certain investigation. The man move and put him friend in charge of it.
Can you imagine?
Right? So you see everything when I tell you that you can imagine you as a law enforcement officer within this. You don't have no visa, you don't have nothing to run gun away. You have to follow the line. So
brother, let me say something to you. I see it fail. I see it down in Colombia. I'm one of them study Pablo Escobar. I not a Jamaican Pablo. Not the other Pablo from down there. And the man going all politics to one at a time, you know. The man build all him own prison. The man take care of one bag of people and everything catch up on him. You saw him up there. Everything catch up back on him. Him did so powerful they can't even call him name. So till the next young that war with the man, then the DA want him and all kind of little things, and you see it, them go and get him. After a time, too powerful, him build this, him build that, him build everything. When him say get charged, him build all them old prison to backside, stay in there, still a selling cocaine. Too powerful. You understand? And he may not meet him demise. In Jamaica, the man them turn it in a NACRO state. It wasn't a NACRO state. It was not. You know? So when a guy have talking about the kids, the man, like the man them a pass through. One man a pass through, but them employ Jamaican to go for them thing. You don't know nobody, you know, you don't go through country, you don't know nobody and pass through. And it couldn't be a little man, because them have sense. Them man they work with big man, let me tell you this. Nobody, I call them, I pay a big boy, them work with, you know.
After one.
When forgetting for them money, you know. Them now work with another some little guy when I know not now. Oh, you think the man make them jobs leave? We don't get them paid. You have to go pay them. Them will not send ton of cocaine come and lose it. More I go through. But them get them money.
When a prime minister come and say, when we ask him about the money and them are going to tell you about private investors. Who are these private investors?
Lamb did I tell to it. The man that lied they sing about what the face of the earth.
Right?
Lamb I tell.
So just to go back to the officer, the caller, when put in,
yes.
The whole thing about grading the apartments and him right. I first place we should have looked. But again, my virgin political will is not there. And if you break ranks, say you have a cadre, a police officer who decides, say, listen, we are going to end our career, but we are going to lock up this prime minister. Our career is going to end now. There's no legislation that it's so corrupt. Look what going on Royal Read. Can you imagine it? You put your career upon the line.
And now you can't go to prison 7 years.
Under the legislation, but then you can't get a court date. And man, I got transfer you go we are because you break rank, you talk to the commissioner of police. Right? So it can be done,
So Royal Read, him not have a court date or no, can you start try yet? Every minute him stop something.
I'll know the trial date. We don't get a trial date.
So you see when I do a buy time and then you have the lawyer say, well, them can't come with a foolishness to do,
So the witness, remember one witness dead already,
Yeah, some wait for the other one dead and then them a try. Can't let them a try anything go for not send them a prison, And no, but with all what I start beat them on a case because this is bullshit. A youth name just call and give him a date. And everybody name just call and get a date and get trial and go in a prison. I only can't give him a trial date. This is bullshit.
No.
This is bullshit.
The President of the United States case would have been investigated after Royal Read. And the man case finished and we know say he's a convicted felon.
Him not get tried yet. I know him not get tried, I know.
A trial date can be reached. How much years the man thief?
Him thief it. My criminal. Yes.
Clear cut case. Clear cut.
Yes. Yeah. You understand?
And this is Jamaica Constabulary Air Force. There's so much.
And them are kill out the little with them no and I tell people crap.
But everybody above, halfway tree and above, Stony Hill, nobody care. You can't talk to none of them. Nobody. Years now, a long time I see operation go up under the hills them where the rich boy them live. But years now.
They might forget a little call and like come talk and then go and run the spot. Some iron vehicle, but I know here, them won't go talk to the people. Them, you say them charge them neither, You take over 30 million of cocaine, and that me know more than that. Jamaica, 30 million, a little bit of money that. And then you some iron vehicle, I know we don't know who we don't hear about the vehicle, we don't hear nothing.
Because the media is on it. So you see the whole thing corrupt. The media,
the media them never ask. So who get charged? Because I just get the boatman name on someone catch from and over.
Loud and clear.
When you just call them name, but them man now catch in our house and you not call with them name. So when you call them name, maybe we give more information from them.
Right.
But you don't call them name. Oh, no law can't go like this. Eh? Yeah. Right now, me not think them have them, Them let them go already, Them let them go. Them get called and they let them come out. Yeah, and maybe them every year name call, maybe you go check it at them yard now. Them just push them yard now. That's it. See? This is the Jamaican war run now. Me say under the man watch. It's a NACRO state running a better. A NACRO state. I remember say at this at them give it look here. Remember play this.
1984, 5 people are executed in a Miami crack house. One, a pregnant woman, is found in a praying position as if pleading for her life. Investigators charge this slaughter was the handiwork of Jamaican posses that killed 1,400 people around the nation during the 4-year investigation. Among arrests that began yesterday were 34 members of the Miami-based Shower Posse, so named because they rained bullets on their enemies.
These people are absolutely the most vicious organized crime group in the United States today.
We're getting some innocent people getting killed as a result of the existence of these organizations.
Federal, state, and local agencies in 21 cities around the nation are serving 435 warrants. The violations include murder, drug trafficking, and illegal weapons. 91 warrants in South Florida include 70 in Broward and fewer than 10 in Dade, while the Immigration Service is searching for 20 illegals imported from the slums of Jamaica where the violent posses originated. Authorities say the posses are so evasive, a multi-agency task force called Rum Punch 2 had to be formed.
To go out and arrest large numbers of people
who have been escaping because of the lack of resources and manpower.
But more than half of those scheduled to be arrested are still at large. Among those, the head of the shower posse, Vivian Blake. If convicted, Blake faces 390 years in prison and a $15.5 million fine for his role in the shower posse.
The shower posse is the largest posse of some 40 that are presently active in the United States.
The 62-count shower posse indictment.
Brother, you hear this too? Eh? This is after them mash up Jamaica, you know, and walk and kill out the people them that they get the election there. Yeah, and then they make them just run up there. 1,400. Them knock off in a space and a time. Rain with bullet. All this shower thing you shouldn't even use the word.
Question, Wayne.
Yes.
Rum punch, they actually exist. The word rum punch, they actually exist before that.
I don't even think so. I don't remember the rum punch, you know. You're right. I don't even remember what them call this rum punch, Operation Rum Punch. Because people, I just try to remember them that do rum punch. Them that do steel bottom with wind carnage wine and what again? Red label and they put something, steel bottom, them call it. Them used to mix up something. But me remember, yeah, I think them that rum punch, but they never like this. For a long time, them do the rum punch, you know. Christmas, you have a savage drink, and then you have some people them do them rum punch. Right. Yes. But Operation Rum Punch. Can you imagine?
What a name.
This is a shower posse, you know, brother. And rain bullet, you know. And I be a drug cocaine, you know.
Right, because it's the substance that comes with the substance. Violence, gang activity, because the
same thing, yes.
Yeah, that if you that.
Yes. I remember, you know, and this is the same crap now. I tell you, say, some man just swallow some things and, you know, he may expunge your thing. Can you imagine? A security minister said these things. Can you just run go to Miami and run go to New York. You know, you swallow that thing and carry it up because. Can you imagine? And how much people come to him? So I saw people brave enough to sell a cocaine and go to him. Him say, you know?
What I've seen, remember we talk about the years and why the JSTF was formed. And I can tell you to this day, it is closer back to that time, the first time, the Morambe Rebellion, protecting the bourgeoisie from the people.
Yes.
It's closer to that objective than it has ever been right now under this government.
Right.
And this leadership in the Jamaica Constabulary Force.
We're done with them.
They literally go out and they oppress poor people, right, that have a hard trying to live their day-to-day life, right? Their interaction, I don't know what kind of training them getting. The interaction with the people, disrespectful, right? They have no empathy based on the videos that I've seen, right? And even when they talk about the arrest and the operation, when the operation died, you know, see it in a Stony Hill, you know, see it in a Beverly Hills, you know, see no man have a roadblock in a Beverly Hills, them not drive without non-fitness and improper licensing and stuff. Them not do that. Them not drive with illegal firearms and cocaine and everything.
I tell you, brother. Yeah, so that the food they like industry wake up here, so. Yeah, running on me, see me not too, but you know, so later I worries, you know, because I come give them some problem now later, yeah. That's a brother later, yeah. Cool. Yeah, people, you know, say 2 hours and a half with the man, so you know, say later. But remember, in a party on deck at September the 13th. Yeah, so remember, when the car is starting a party on deck, right? All right, just take it to the car, Mama and Gina. High five. Yeah, daddy food at them, high five. You want a phone? All right. Give you a phone. Yeah, man. Yeah? So, remember when the car is party on deck? All right, we're there. No say nothing. Later. I'm out. Bless.
We in lump sum, we are beat it till the hammer burn. We now make them get in on them and again. None of them boy, we none of them. We in lump sum, we are beat it till the hammer burn. We now make them get in on them and again. None of them boy, we none of them. We alone some rise up the bomber dude. I'm not a Judas, them a backstabber. I'm my wife, and this straight beauty and glamour. No guy can walk to name me with no dagger. Maybe the heart of Mandela, but the mind of a Zama in the mold. Like a bull man, we send us the jammer. lyrically inclined. Be a metaphor, so no listen to lyrics line to line. Become a lyrical theater. Put up any rhythm, deal on some more hole in a hater. Lyrically inclined.